Daniel chapter number 8, verses number 17, 18, and 19. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O Son of Man, for at the time of the end shall be division. Now, as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep on my face towards the ground. But he touched me and set me upright. And he said, Behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation, for at the time appointed the end shall be. The angel Gabriel appeared unto Daniel, and Daniel said that he was afraid. And I would imagine that any one of us would have been afraid if all of a sudden you see this person just glowing like the sun, or glowing brightly, and who knows, he could have been 7 foot tall instead of a regular man. He could have been 8 foot, could have been 10 foot, could have been 12 foot. Needless to say, this was pretty horrific at first. Daniel said, I was exceedingly afraid. And Daniel was like, I fell on my face as he was talking to me. Now, we find that this is somewhat of a common experience when the angel Gabriel shows up. This is when the angel Gabriel appeared to Zechariah, John the Baptist's father, or Yochanan the Immerser's father. And he said in verse number 13, But the angel said unto him, Fear not, Zechariah, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John. So we can see here how Zechariah was afraid when he actually saw Gabriel. And then let's go back even further. Luke 1:30. We can see when Gabriel appeared to Mary, the mother of Jesus or Yeshua. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And he goes on. So we can see that when Gabriel shows up, he is so dazzling. In the case of Zechariah at the altar, and Gabriel stood on the side of the altar, the golden altar where they offered up the incense. This man was in all white, just glistening. Zechariah was afraid. And then, can you imagine a young virgin girl, and all of a sudden this man appears glowing? Even in this picture, I mean, he more than likely lit the place up. So we can see that Mary was afraid, Zechariah was afraid, and Daniel was afraid. Every time Gabriel showed up, he was startling. But also, let's take a look at another important point. Gabriel had an important message, and Gabriel said that he was going to show Daniel what was going to happen at the time appointed, or the end times. Now, when you look up this time appointed, this is actually the Hebrew word for moed over here. And if you know about this word moed, this is the same word that's used to describe the feast of the Lord, appointed times. When you talk about the feast of the Lord, they're not feasts as we commonly know it in the Western Hemisphere as eating only, but these are appointed times, specific pinpoint locations where God has designated something to happen. So we can see here from the angel Gabriel that the end time events are directly connected to the Moeds, or God's holidays, God's feast days. He's the one that set this up. He's the one that will execute it. God, in your name, we give you glory. We give you honor. We bless you and we praise you. Thank God.